and welcome to today's show of Perfectly Paired with Chef Jim May from Papa Pietro Perry Winery. Today's an exciting show because it features a very rare and exquisite wine that we make called the Mukaida. It is from the Peter's Vineyard. It is the best 8 barrels in the cellar. It just goes to the wine club, and it's our richest, most complex wine that we make as far as Pinots. And today we're going to pair it with a really great cut of meat. It can be done with ribeye, it can be done with filet, it can be done with New York. Choice and prime are the two best cuts. I happen to have a prime today. A prime cut is the top of the line. It is judged by its marbling, by its age of the meat, and by this price. It's always going to be more expensive. Choice is what you normally get in the market. Prime is what you normally get in a restaurant. It doesn't need marinating. It just needs a little salt and pepper and quick on the grill, and that's all it usually needs. Today we're going to kick it up a notch though with 3 different sauces. One is going to be with black truffles, one is going to be with herbs, and the other one is going to be with Asian components, and we'll go over that in a little bit. So when you are cooking meat in a restaurant, you can judge the temperature of the meat by your palm of your hand. This meat is very mushy, and if you put your palm out and push here right below the thumb, it's going to be the same texture. If you move it to the first finger, that's going to be rare. The second finger is going to be medium rare. The third finger is going to be medium well, and the last finger is tough, like a rubber band, and that's well. And you really don't want to cook your meat well because it takes all the juice and the life out of it. But this meat is going to be cooked. It's about 1.5 inches thick. It's got a nice fat on the side. It's going to cook about 10 minutes an inch, so this is going to be about a 15-minute cook job. 6-7 minutes on one side, 7-8 minutes on the other side. And I'll get that started in our pan. Should have a little sizzle going. Out of the way. So, the 3 sauces that we're going to make. The first one is a French sauce called a bourguignon sauce. It is made with beef reduction, with black truffles, and with red wine. And of course we use the Pinot Noir for that. The second sauce is going to be a herb. It's going to have fennel and basil. It's an herb butter sauce, and it kind of ties in different components of the wine. The third sauce is a white miso sauce. It's got soy sauce, miso, ginger, a little bit of lime, and a little bit of cilantro and green onions. And they're all going to be different. They're all going to be flavorful. We're going to try them with the wine. So the 3 sauces that I'm making, you can do one, you can do all 3. They're all totally different. They all work together with the wine. The first one that I'm going to be completing here is a reduction of beef stock, red wine, shallots, garlic, and at the very end I'm going to put in a little slurry, which is a cornstarch and Pinot Noir, and it's going to thicken it up. If it's too thick, you always add a little more stock or a little more wine, which is not a bad thing. And then at the very end, I'm going to put in these truffles. Now, I got these black truffles. They're from Italy. I got them online. If you're buying truffles, beware of the ingredient list. A lot of times it will say other mushrooms, and this is all shavings of black truffles only. And it comes with a little oil. You can put the oil in there and it works really well. I'm going to put it in once this thickens up. Our recipes are going to be online. And this is going to thicken a little bit. I'm going to put in all these truffles. You can mince them if you're lucky enough to find whole truffles or buy whole truffles. You chop them up a little bit. These are the shavings, and they're a little less expensive and just delicious. So that sauce is done. The next sauce is going to be a reduction of Pinot Noir with just fennel in it. And what you're going to do is just mount it with a little bit of butter, which mounting is just whisking it in till it emulsifies. And the fennel gives it a little bit of this licoricey taste, a little bit of sweetness, and then I'm going to finish it with a little bit of basil, which I have to chop up. So we want to put that in at the last moment so it doesn't turn all black. It's a nice summertime. All of these will work in the summertime. And like I said, you can grill it. You can put it in a cast iron pan like I've done here. Beautifully. So if you see the consistency of this, it's a little thick, but it's going to coat the meat really nicely. If I wanted to thin it out, like I said, I could put a little bit more red wine in it. The second sauce is pretty much melted the butter. It's going to add the herbs of basil right now, and it's going to mix with the fennel. That sauce is done now too. The last sauce, while my meat is almost done on the first side, it's going to have a nice caramelization. There we go, nicely browned. And we'll give it another 6-7 minutes. Let it rest. It's really important to let it rest. So this miso, you get miso paste in a lot of markets and the Asian refrigeration section. It's soy based, and it's got I'll put a little butter in there just to soften it up, round it out. And a little butter never hurts anything. And this one is going to be finished with a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of green onion. And it would actually be good on pork and chicken, but like I said, this is going to be picking up the whole recipe a notch because we're using exquisite meat and an exquisite wine. And that's going to be, it's going to probably need some seasoning. Not a lot in the miso because it's got a lot of sodium anyway. That's going to be a little bit there. We're going to need a little bit over here. And we're going to need a little bit over here. Okay, all three sauces. They don't take long. You can prep them up ahead of time. And then you can serve them in little gravy boats, or you can just serve it. I'm going to serve it later and let someone try it. And you can just make a little nappe of it. So the wine that we're featuring is one of our very rare wines. It's our top of the line. It's called the Mukaida Vineyards. This is going to 19 is going out to the wine club this month. It is the best 8 barrels from the Peters Vineyard. And Randy Peters is our original grower. We first released his wine in 1980. It is a blend of the 777 and the Tamar clone. And again, Ben goes through the cellar, picks out the best 8 barrels from that vineyard, and it's picked because of its richness, its complexity, its ageability. I love doing this because it's very difficult to get a bottle. It's a wine club only. It is pre-ordered, and it comes out this month. The Peters will be on the show next week, and they will probably be talking about it. Tom Mukaida is Randy's father-in-law, and he just passed recently. He was working in the vineyard until his mid-90s, walking it every day, and he loved the vineyard, and so we honor his memory with the Mukaida. So this doneness is medium rare right now. It's going to be nice and pink in the middle. I'm going to take it off, going to let it rest at least 10 minutes. It can rest a little longer. But then we'll cut it against the grain. I'm gonna serve it as I would at a dinner party. Rather than give them a hunk of meat, this is going to be sliced with either a ramekin of the sauce or the sauce on top. Depends how you like it. The miso needs a little bit of the herbs, a little cilantro, half of the green onion, because I'm going to put half of it on the other top of it. that one's resting. I got the other one from the barbecue. You can see this one even has the marks on it. I'm going to cut against the grain. Should be cut off any fat. You want it nice and pink. I'm going to do a little bit with each sauce. And I'm going to do each different type of, just to give them the experience. Each one has a different cooking method. I'll make sure that's good. So you want to cut against the grain. I'm going to do 3 different corners, 3 different sauces. So the first sauce I'm putting down is going to be the Asian one. This is a little bit of the miso. And I said, kind of fun. The Asian components go really well with the richness of the wine. The second one is a butter sauce. Is with fennel and basil. And the third one is going to be, put everyone over the top. This is the black truffle sauce, the bourguignon sauce, classic French sauce with lots of black truffles. I'm going to take this outside and let our today's taster, Dan, give it a try and try it with the wine and see how he likes it. So today our taster is Dan from the back office at Papa Pietro Perry Winery, and we're going to be trying the meats and the sauces along with the wine. So you're going to try wine first, bite of meat with the sauce, and then wine again. See how you like it.
All right, I think I've been properly trained.
Yeah. It's a tough. I'll show you the manual later. So the first sauce we're going to try is going to be the black truffle, the sauce bourguignon. You got nice pieces of black truffle in there. Earthy, rich, like the wine.
Oh, that black truffle is just nice on there. Usually I'm just having a grilled steak off the barbecue by itself. But
well, which is fine and great with our wine. But like I said, this is our top of the line, and we're going to kick it up a notch.
Wow, what's next?
Next is the meat with the fennel and basil. And this is going to be kind of more of a buttery sauce. Going to have some nice herbaceousness, a little of that fennel sweetness.
Oh, that's real different.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, a little bit of spice on that.
That's a good one too.
Oh, that's nice with that. It kind of brings the cherries out in the wine.
Mm-hmm. The third is going to be the miso. And this is going to be the most Asian one, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I like that little miso flavor kind of at the end. Really comes through with that meat.
All goes good with the wine. It's all different. If you're really ambitious, you can do all 3 of them and have a great little party with some Papa Pietro Perry Pinots.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I look for your review later.